Hello and welcome to the Sport Hall Gdański. Hello and welcome to day one of the 2025 European Championships. We are back in this glorious city of Osijek, Croatia for the start of the junior competitions, and we're about to get underway with the 10-metre air rifle mixed team junior. Well, certainly my first broadcast of 2025, so hello to you wherever you are watching around the world or around Europe. That's our schedule for today. So Croatia local time, 11 a.m. for the air rifle mixed team junior. The bronze medal match is first and then followed by the gold medal match. The bronze will be contested between Norway and Serbia, and then the gold medal match between Germany and France. So the excitement builds. We get ready for another European Championships. It's amazing how quickly everything rolls round. Christmas and the New Year done and dusted. Some competitions already around. And now here we go with European Championships. So if you'd like to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, there's some QR codes on screen for you. And don't worry, they'll be on screen long enough for you to actually get your phone and use your camera or tablet, whatever you're using, to take those QR codes to follow us. That way you get all the results, all the information, including the broadcast schedule when we're on air and what's happening. My name is Rory McAllister. Good to see you again back here in Osijek, Croatia for another European Championships. Very much looking forward to this one, and thank you very much for joining us. The finals hall looking resplendent with that glorious shot of Osijek in the background. A city with so much history. You can see the river Drava there off to the right on the background. Actually leads to the estuary of the Danube. And Croatia's population just under 100,000. It is actually going down as each population census is taken, just due to the age of people in the country and so many people living elsewhere. So it's certainly been a country where people have pushed on and moved on to great things. So the announcements in the background just being made for the introductions for this 10-metre air rifle mixed team junior. The bronze medal match, first of all, between Norway and Serbia. Do leave your comments if you're watching on YouTube. It's always good to hear from you. Let us know what you're doing, what you're up to, and how much you're enjoying already the first few minutes of the European Championships. As we welcome to the finals hall the Norway team. This is Pernille Norvoll and Jens Usli. They've achieved quite a bit already between these two. And there's the Serbian team. Ivan Rakonjac and Alexei Rakonjac. We're alongside their father, the coach. That's Libusha Rakonjac. And the Norway team who have achieved so much already. And Pernille was at fourth in the Junior World Championships in the prone event. Bit of a prone specialist as well. You can see this is standing over 10 metres. And there was that silver medal in Grenada at the World Cup this time last year. There's Aranka Binga from Serbia, jury member in charge. And Bezerka Vjavec of Croatia, another experienced woman in the world of shooting. So you see Mr. Alexander Ratner, the president of the European Shooting Confederation, alongside Ghislaine Briers of France, who is the technical delegate for this competition. There's Petar Plavčić of Croatia, who will be our chief range officer for every single final, not only during the junior competitions, but also when we switch to senior at the end of this week. So here we go, settling in, get ready. Norway versus Serbia, first of all, to contest this bronze medal match. So there's the qualification results from earlier today. And now the athletes in the finals hall, which is very different from the qualification hall. The qualification hall is huge. And it's a pretty big arena here in the finals hall, but just the lighting conditions and, of course, the sense of expectation is all the more different. Who can handle the pressure? Who can bring their best shooting to this bronze medal match? So the 5 minutes of preparation and sighting time is underway. So if you're just joining us, then welcome along. We're live here in Osijek in Croatia for the European Championships. My name is Rory McAllister, and I'll be your commentator for this bronze and gold medal match.
Air rifle mixed team. The final of the 10-meter air rifle mixed team event is consisted of 2 parts. A bronze medal match followed by a match to decide the silver and gold medals.
So just having a closer look at Pernille Norvoll of Norway. There's that bronze medal from Tallinn 2 years ago. I remember being commentator that day. And she's still only 18, so achieving that at 16 years old. And you can see some of the other medals as well she's already collected along her way. She's had a very successful career so far, and certainly the switch to seniors in 2 or 3 years' time, I'm sure we'll see more medals. And here's Jens Usle. There's also that bronze medal in Tallinn. And you can see those other medals even at World Championships level. Those gold medal matches were in prone events. And this, of course, is 10 meters standing for this bronze medal match. And there's Synnøve Berg, who is the Norway coach. So taking a closer look at the Serbian team. Eva Rakonjac, who's alongside her brother, Alexa, and that's her father in the background, the coach, Nebusha Rakonjac. And here's Alexa standing alongside. Very much a family affair from Serbia today. And is it that family affair that's going to get them a bronze medal today? Well, we'll have to see. There's that silver medal from last year that he took in Hungary at the European Championships. So he knows his way around the European stage. And there's Libusha, who seemed very relaxed in the preparation area about half an hour. Had a quick chat with him just to see how things were going, and he seemed relaxed and fairly confident. So distance is 10 meters. Points to win, 16. And if you haven't seen this format before, then each shooter takes a shot. A 10.9 is the highest individual score, and those 2 scores are combined. And then the overall total is what determines whether or not you win each series. And you get 2 points for a series win, and if there is a draw, then it's 1 point each. And it's the first team to 16 points who will clinch the bronze medal. And that bullseye never really seems to get any bigger, does it? 0.5 millimeters. And that's just an example of what one of the rifles looks like. Highly customizable. You can change all sorts of parts of the rifles. You can have different colors. It's just all to your personal preference and taste. And with no restrictions on those trigger pulls, well, they're very delicate, I can tell you that. It doesn't take an awful lot to fire one of these rifles. And pulling the trigger, of course, is just the vital nanosecond in the world of shooting. Everything has to be in the right place, starting with your feet and your balance. And you'll notice even how, despite wearing the suits, each shooter does stand slightly differently. And Alexa Rakonyak has a real arched back, where some other shooters are just more upright position.
30 seconds.
So there's the 30-second reminder from the Chief Range Officer. That just gives the athletes now time to know that time is ticking down. And there's Mr. Alexander Ratner, the President of the European Shooting Confederation. And he's talking to Zoran Celic, who is the competition manager here in Osijek. And there's Ghislaine Bliez of France on the left. She's the technical delegate for this competition.
For the first competition shot, load.
And here we go then with the 10-meter air rifle mixed team junior bronze medal match. Norway versus Serbia. 50 seconds per series, and the highest combined score takes the 2 points. An opening 10.5. That doesn't surprise me from Pernilla. And 20.7 against a 20.0, so Norway take the first series win.
After the first single shots, taking the lead and first 2 points is Team Norway. One round of applause for them.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Series 2, here we go. So Pernilla again first to shoot. Last one was a 10.5. This time a 10.7. 20.5 from the Serbian team. And 21.3 from Norway. 10.6 from Usle. Well, that's another series win. And now Norway are 4 points to 0.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So those are the margins in shooting. So fine, so close. 20.6 from Serbia, just not quite enough to take another, well, series win from Norway. And now another 2 points in front with a total of 21.0.
Start.
So Serbia here really could do with getting some points on the board. All of the shots from Norway so far in the mid to slightly lower tens. So 20.7 from Norway, and Serbia have their first series win. A cracking 10.8 shot as well from Iva Rakonjac. So now 4 points the gap. And Serbia have just let the Norwegians know that they're here.
For the next competition shot, load.
I do love these junior competitions. You just see not only the stars of today, but the stars of the future. And we were very excited to hear yesterday from the president, Mr. Alexander Ratner, who announced that shooting was part of the 2027 European Youth Olympic Festival. I'm very much looking forward to that already, even though it's over 2 years away. But it just shines a light on the future and the brightness of shooting around the world, and certainly as part of another Olympic programme. 2 9.9s this time from Serbia, 19.8. It's not going to be enough. Norway just in front with those 2 10s. Again, those narrow gaps, narrow margins.
For the next competition shot, load.
You have to bear in mind that the 10.9, the very centre of the target, is about the size of a pinhead. Again, the Serbians quick to get off the mark that time, 19.8. The first team to complete, but Norway have taken another series win, 20.8. Another terrific total, 10 points to 2. So there's been a timeout called. Now this is allowed in this particular event in the mixed team, and you're allowed to call 1 timeout per team, and you get 60 seconds. And you can use the entire allocation, or if you prefer, if you're done and dusted, within a few seconds you can take your seat once again. But it also means that the other team can take advantage of the timeout. So you can just see that 1 series win from Serbia so far. It's been a very dominant performance from Norway. And Abusha Rakonjac, who is the father of both Eva and Alexa, I'm sure just giving words of encouragement and just a reminder of some of the things they've been working on, not only in training, but also during qualification. And now just sitting out the time. And there we go. Petar Plavčić, the Chief Range Officer of Croatia, calls time.
For the next competition shot, load.
So what kind of impact will that timeout have? So many times we see a timeout called, and we see an immediate positive effect. So Pernilla Novel again first to shoot, 10.7 against a 10.6 so far. Oh! So close. And Serbia have just been pipped again by 0.2. Sometimes shooting can be the cruelest sport. So Norway now 4 points away from a bronze medal. Serbia, if they're going to mount a comeback, really now need to flick the switch. And this is the time to do it. Says Norway there without a shot below 10. And another high score, 10.7. 10.4 in response from Serbia. 20.7 from the Serbia team. Will it be enough? Because a 10 from Norway will be a draw, and we have our first draw. So Osijek with a 10.0. So because of the draw, that means each team get 1 point each. So a slight bit of hope maybe for the Serbian team. Seeing gaps like this flip round and change.
Start.
10 points is the gap. It's Norway 13, Serbia 3. .5 from Norway. Another 10.5, we're level. And 21.1, Serbia have taken a series win. And it's their second Serbian series win, 21.2. And just that 0.1 gap is the difference between the two teams. And is this the start of a Serbian comeback? Crowd get involved, clapping along. Bit of mixed form so far from Iva Rakonjac. A straight 10 from Norway. 10.5 this time. Great shot from Alexa Rakonjac. 20.4. Oh, and that 9.6. Now just means Norway are 1 point away, so Serbia cannot afford a draw now. They need to win every single series in order to try and take this bronze medal. And it's looking like a very steep mountain to climb at the moment. Real pressure now on the Serbian team. Iva Rakonjac with a 9.6 with their last shot. Norway slams in a 10.5. 10.5 also from Alexa Rakonjac. Which way is it going? Oh, what a 10.7, 21.2. And the Serbian comeback continues. Well, already drama on day one of the European Championships in our opening event here in Osijek.
For the next competition shot, load.
And Norway just so close, 1 point away from the bronze medal.
Start.
So Jens Usley, eyes closed, just resets. Goes through the motions. Everything he's been through in training. Iva Rakonjac does the same. And 21.1, would you believe it? Serbia have done it again. It's another series win in Series 12, and I think that Norway are going to call a timeout here. Yeah, no surprises. And Sunniva Berg just goes over, I think. Sometimes the timeouts can be used to disrupt a bit of rhythm for the other team. And I'm sure she's just reminding Jens and Pernilla that they are just 1 point away from a bronze medal. And Sunniva Berg of Norway just taking the full allocation, the 1 minute.
Time.
Now will this disrupt the rhythm and the series wins that we've just had from Serbia?
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
If you're just joining us, you can see now poised. 15-9. Norway 1 point away from a bronze medal. Serbia, meanwhile, though, have been mounting a very brave comeback. It's been great stuff from the Serbian team. Norway opens up now this series with a 10.7. And it's a 9.9 from Alexa Rakonjac. Ah, great total from Norway. And Serbia only with 19.6. It means Norway are over the line. And there is the Norwegian flag held up and aloft. And the safety flags inserted into the rifle. Both Pernilla and Jens looking very relaxed, very calm. And a decent day on the finals range. And a wave to the crowd, an acknowledgement of Norway taking the very first medal of this European Championships over 10 metres here in Osijek, Croatia. And the first medal's gone to Norway, and it's a bronze. So we'll just reset now for the 10-metre gold medal match, which is coming up. And that's going to be contested between Germany and France. So we'll see you in a few moments live here from Osijek, Croatia. Well, good morning to you if you're on European time. We're live from Osijek, Croatia for day one of the European Championships. Just had the bronze medal match. And now the gold medal match about to be contested between Germany and France. And Germany just out, just taking a quick look at things, as are the French team. And as you can see there on your screens, we will start soon. So do follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. You can search for the European Shooting Confederation. That way you can follow everything that's happening here in Osijek and, of course, future events as well. And some exciting things announced yesterday, such as the Olympic Youth Festival, which is coming up in 2027, and shooting will be part of the programme. And it's just great to see shooting being involved again on a world stage and in an event like that. And you look back on this year already, there's been the success of the under-18s and the under-16s in Tallinn in Estonia. Very successful event, lots of positive feedback. There were 21 countries taking the medals and 14 nations were crowned as new champions. And it's at these junior events and like that, under-16s and under-18s, that you see the stars not only of today but also of the future. And all of these events possible because of the sponsors that are involved with the European Shooting Confederation and the work of the president, Mr. Alexander Ratner. So we'll be back in a few minutes' time for the gold medal match in the 10-metre air rifle mixed team junior. Germany versus France coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal match for the 10-meter air rifle mixed team junior event will now begin. Please welcome our athletes. On firing point HMG, representing France, Romain Offray and Manon Elboulot.
So here we go with the gold medal match. First to come out is the French team, and led by the coach Didier Carpentier. And the two athletes there, Manon Elboulot and Romain Offray. There's that amazing silver medal from Manon last year in the Olympic qualifying event in Rio. So I wonder if the French team will bring that medal-winning performance to the final today. Meanwhile, here's the introduction of the German team. Their coach, Rainer Bauer, and the two athletes, Theresa Schnell and Florian Beer. So will it be a quick beer? Schnell, translating in German from hurry or quick. We'll just see how this unfolds. Meanwhile, the jury member in charge is announced, and that's Alanka Binder of Serbia. And Bezeka Viabek of Croatia. Here's a very experienced man in shooting, Petar Plavčić of Croatia.
Take your position.
A very experienced and accurate chief range officer. And Petar will be in charge of all of the finals, not only through the junior competitions, but also when we switch to seniors at the end of this week. So if you aren't just joining us, hello and welcome. We're live here in Osijek for day one of the European Shooting Championships. Germany versus France, two neighbouring countries, two titans in the world of rifle shooting. And who will take the first gold medal of the European Championships? Well, we're about to find out. And some of the French team poised and ready for this point system coming up. Each athlete gets one individual shot, the highest of which can be 10.9. And those two scores are combined, so 21.8 is the highest combined score. I don't know why he doesn't just nudge them and say, look, we're on TV. That's clearly what he wants to say. So you see the safety flags being pulled out there, just that bit of plastic in the rifle. Those are the rules. You must enter the finals hall with the safety flag inserted. So Roman Oflair just getting settled in, just bouncing that rifle up and down, just getting a feel. Because as a rifle shooter, you sort of click into place really. You kind of know when you're in exactly the right position, and those millimetres of adjustment make all the difference. Theresa Schnell, who's now 17 years old and competed at the European Championships over 10 metres last year in Hungary. And that experience certainly helps, because an event such as this, it's the highest event, of course, over 10 metres in Europe. And just the sense of occasion, the lights, the stage, it can be very different from some of the other competitions that perhaps you've competed in up until now. Florian Beer, meanwhile, 19 years old, gets his introduction, and there's Rainer Bauer. So Florian has also competed at European Championships before in Tallinn, in Estonia, and also in Hungary last year. And Florian Beer also competed at the World Championships for juniors. So look at the French team. Manon Herbilot, that glorious silver medal from Rio at the Olympic qualifier last year, all the way out to Brazil and came home with the silver. Has also competed in Győr at the European Championships last year. And the French team, no doubt, will make plenty of noise should they look to be successful in this gold medal match. Meanwhile, Romain Oflair, just look at those medals already. He's also number 8 in the world in terms of the 50-metre 3-position event. And there's Didier Caponchet. I think perhaps just realised there for a moment he was on the TV. It's funny sometimes when people don't realise. They sit there, they're just getting in the zone, minding their own business, and oh, I'm on the telly. Now there's our QR codes. If you'd like to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, then do so. That way you get all the notifications, every single bit of information you need, not only from this particular competition, but from also from future ones as well. Well, many thanks to our sponsors as well, HEP, the electricity company of Croatia. And great video there. And just seeing now what just seems to be so familiar, seeing the Czech shirts of Croatia. And, of course, in English, it's Czech, not to sound like Czech, as in the country, Czechia. With those red and white squares. Just immediately, all the time when I see that, just Luka Modric just comes to my brain every single time I see the Croatian colours. Not to mention someone like Goran Ivanišević, the tennis player who's been a hero of mine ever since I first saw him all those years ago. But enough about football and tennis. It's now looking at the world of shooting. So here we go. The load command is given. 50 seconds is the allocated time per series. The combined scores are converted to points. So the highest team, yeah, wake up, you're on the telly. Highest combined score will get 2 points, and if the scores are the same, and it does happen, which I know there's 4 decimal shots, but we do get ties, and that means each team gets 1 point each. So a decent start from the French, 20.9. 10.3 or higher will take the series win for the Germans, and they've done that too. 10.7s. What a way to stamp your mark, not only in the finals hall of the European Championships, but also in the gold medal match. The Germans are saying, Achtung, attention, we are here.
Start.
10.6 from Herbulor. 10.9, that's the perfect shot. It's the first 10.9 of the day. The standard so high here at the European Championships already. And we're just a few moments into day one. So what a response from the French, not only to take the series win, but also to hit that 10.9. The French just saying, we're here too.
For the next competition shot, load.
Germany 2, France 2.
Start.
And just watching Florian there, just the stiffness of his body and just a waver back and forward of his back just to try and get the target aligned, and hits a 10.6. Meanwhile, though, France with a total of 21.4 and another 10.9 from Romain Offray. 2 of those shots so far. Will we get any others? France now in front, 4 points to 2. And Romain Offray just going for the slightly gauzed blinder, not going for the full opaque. Again, it's all these different things of personal choice that comes into shooting. I mean, to say even the margins are millimetres is too wide. It's smaller than that. And France by 0.4. I wonder what's going through the mind of Didier Carpentier at the moment. Quiet confidence, focus, no doubt.
Start.
So just needing that 9.1 and a score of 10.0 is enough to pull Germany back in to within 2 points. Germany 4, France 6. And if you have just joined us, welcome along. This is the gold medal match for the 10-metre air rifle mixed team junior, live from Osijek, Croatia, at the European Championships over 10 metres. If you're watching on YouTube, do leave your comments of support, get involved in the live chat as well. It's always nice to see what you're doing and what you're up to whilst you're watching the shooting. .8 from France. Is it enough? A 10.2 required, and Schnell hits a 9.8. So France increase their lead. They are halfway now to the gold medal. 16 points is what's required to clinch gold.
For the next competition shot, load.
So you can see our Instagram and Facebook on the screen at ESC Shooting for Instagram, and on Facebook just shoot for European Shooting Confederation. That way you can keep up to date with all the results and everything that's happening, not only here in Osijek, but in the world of the European Shooting Confederation in general, and what everyone's up to, and the future competitions, of course, and notifications of our broadcasts. So do hit the like and subscribe button once you get onto YouTube as well as part of our live stream. So the German team clap along because of another series win. Germany now within 2 points of France. It's a close gold medal match, this one.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Great opening shot from Manon Herbilot. Oh, 10.5. The French are on 21.2. Oh, and it's 21.2 also from the Germans. Exactly the same scores on either side. Both the women with 10.7 and the men with 10.5. And it's incredible, even with 4 decimal shots, that you can get a tie, but it happens more times than you would think. Germany get 1 point, France get 1 point, so the gap remains at 2 points. France 9, Germany 7. Well, another decent total from the French. 2 10.6 shots, and that 9.9 from Beer, very costly. Germany lose that series by 0.8, despite that 10.5 from Schnell. And the French now starting to get excited. 5 points away from a gold medal, or can the Germans dig in and fight back?
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Just one clap there, I think, from someone in the crowd, almost as if they were about to start clapping along and getting involved. Another cracking shot from Manon Herbulot. I mean, we've been talking about her ability since the beginning of this gold medal match. And matched by Romana Frère, both with a 10.7. That's just 0.4 of the maximum between the two. And the Germans, despite that shot in the lower 10s and in the mid-6, that 10.6 in the mid-10s from Schnell. And a German timeout has been called by Rainer Bauer, the coach. 60 seconds is the allocation. And let's see if they take the full time slot. I think they will.
This could be a game changer, you know. After these timeouts, they take a little breather, they get a little consultation with their coaches, and things can turn around. What I would like to hear now is you clapping for them.
So that's the tale of the gold medal match so far. You can see how the series has been taken and the points totals. Thanks so much for your comments on YouTube. And just reading through some of them, some from Serbia from earlier on, because there was a bronze medal match between Serbia and Norway.
For the next competition shot, load.
I can see Chris Huber has been in touch, cheering on Teresa.
Start.
Also hello to Addy in New York in the United States. An international audience watching here for the European Championships. There's also JJP and Amelia and Svetlana. Just so many getting in touch. Thanks so much for your comments. Do like and subscribe the channel, that way you get all the notifications. So the Germans just slightly in front at the moment by 0.1, but Schnell and Oflair still to shoot. Oh, and it's another draw. 20.9. I mean, I could say there's nothing to separate these two teams, and at times that is the case, but France still have this lead of 6 points.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So here are the crowd getting involved, supporting and cheering these athletes along to a gold medal. Of course, the beauty of a gold medal match is you know you come into it knowing you've got a medal, at least a silver. 10.7 from Herbulot, who's just been shooting so well. Oh, a 9.9 from Beer, another shot in the 9s. That happened earlier, it was costly, and it's cost them the gold medal. France are over the line, 21.2, a 10.5 and a 10.7, and France take the first gold medal of the European Championships over 10 metres. They're stars of today, and they are stars of the future. Manon Herbulot and Romana Frère of France, gold medalists here in Osijek. The Germans, meanwhile, congratulate each other. Teresa Schnell and Florian Beer. the silver medalists.
And then we will officially,
And here come the Norwegian team of Pernille Norvoll
then we will
and Jens Osle, who are the bronze medalists from earlier today.
the first medalist of European
So a great start to day one of the European Shooting Championships, live here in Osijek as the cameras flash and the athletes line up. And we'll just wait for the announcement of the medalists in the official way.
and Jens Osle.
So Norway announced as the bronze medalists, and now the Germans will get their announcement as silver medalists. And just the ones after each of the country names just means that that was their first team, because you can bring more than one team to the European Championships. Well, it's always interesting to see who gets the first gold medal of any competition, and France have done it. Just the shooting prowess of Manu Herbilot, who not only just kept most of her scores in and around the mid to high tens. It was a really incredible performance. And Roman Frère just matched her in places. 2 10.9s from him as well throughout that gold medal match. And that's the difference. France finished this one 16 points to Germany's 8 points. So our next two finals later today. These are all local European time. So 2:45 for the air pistol women junior, and then 4:30 for the air pistol men junior. Do follow us on social media. There is our Instagram to the left of your screen, and also on Facebook as well. Just search for European Shooting Confederation and you'll find us there. So what a gold and bronze medal match. Let's just have a look now at some of the highlights and look back at the gold medal match. So the highlights there of the gold medal match. And we'll see you later on day one here at the European Championships. And just to say hello not only to Michael Ray in Las Vegas, but also Addy in New York, both watching in the United States very early back there. We'll see you later today.